All right, guys, welcome back to episode 6 with Extra Sauce with Mo. This is the podcast where I say what everybody's thinking, just with a little bit more sauce. And today, we're just going to be talking about some red flags that we see in everyday, life. I just wanted to start things off by saying, if we're dating and I hop into your car, or you hop into my car, ladies, guys, whatever the scenario is, there should be no situation where I'm jumping over Amazon boxes, 2 wigs, and a Chick-fil-A bag from last Tuesday. I'm not only fighting for your love, I'm fighting for survival in your car, and that shouldn't happen. Guys, I really can't talk about this too much, but I know a lot of people think this. Personally, I have a car that I'll take out going when I want to go out somewhere nice. Then I have my football car where it has endless junk that pertains to football and Mozzie's backseat cover, right? And the third car is just the Jeep that I end up doing, well, there's general stuff in it, like needing to help my folks or my folks need it for something, whatever the scenario is. Like construction work or trying to move a 2x4 from Home Depot to your house. That's what that car is for. So I can't really be the one that talks about this. However, I will say this. My cars, at least my Mustang, isn't messy. There's just stuff in it, right? So if I had to tell you from the top of my head, for example, my Mustang has, I think, a tire pump in the front seat. And then maybe a car battery jacker, the jump starters. Sometimes I run into issues with that car. But the thing is, I don't really have anyone in that car. And if anyone really does get in that car, it's probably a surprise for me. So I don't really feel bad. Now, if I ever have endless water bottles where you feel like you're jumping into a ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese, that's an issue. Ladies, same exact thing. If you got more mail in your car than you do in your house, I'm out. That's unacceptable. There should be no scenario for that. But hey, everybody lives their life a certain way. Whatever they want to do, more power to them. Now, I will say for me personally, I just like comfort when it comes to these things. So if I hop in knowing nobody else is going to sit in that car, I'm not expecting anyone else to sit in it, yeah, my car might get a little messy. It's not dirty, it's messy. That's a big difference. Ladies, guys, being dirty in a car and being messy in a car are 2 different things. Messy means you just went from point A to point B and you forgot a bag in the car. You know that you got your book bag from college in the car still. You just didn't take it out when you got into the house. So now your back seat looks a little messy. Dirty is when y'all get in y'all car and there's a fucking French fry from McDonald's in the side of your seat. You got sunflower seeds on your floor mats. Don't do it. Clean it up. And if you don't clean it up, don't invite me. Stupid. But again, I can't really talk too much because, like I said, the Mustang, if it's ever messy or if it ever has stuff in it, it's messy. So I'm okay with that. If I ever have someone jump in the car, you can tell it's just 1 or 2 things and it's okay. My other car, my daily car, that one's, so I'm not lying, it's a little dirty / messy. I don't know. I think a bag of sunflower seeds might have opened up at some time when I was going to play football. I don't know. But then the Jeep is just messy, right? So if I ever take you out in my daily, just know I don't care about you. It's just a fact. Second thing, ladies, just like how you have preferences for people's cars and things of that nature. Now, some people might not because, You might find that one guy that's still whipping around that 1999 old reliable, clean as a whistle, makes you feel like, you know, Rolls Royce, Bentley, whatever it is, right? But ladies, if your man still has a PS4 in the house that he plays, run. Run. It's 2025. He's not ready for commitment. PS4? Come on. Now, that has a little truth in it because, just a little truth. I know people that are still playing 2K19 saying, I'm working on my player. Brother, you're 32. Get it pushing. At least get to the next console. PS5. I think the PS6 is going to come out soon at this point. But just at least get to the next point. So, I don't know what's going on with these type of people. Why they still got a PS4, but more power to them. I'm just giving you guys the heads up. The fact is, when you look at certain things that you come across every day, right? You don't really think about it too much until it happens in real time. Okay? So what I mean by that is this. If you're following someone and they put you in their private friend, their close friends, their private story, whatever it is, right? Hey, first of all, I just want to let everyone know that puts me in their private story. Thank you. I got you. You know, that you trusted me enough to put me in that private story. I'm there with you. Your secret is safe with me. Now, the thing I want to say is, why does your secret have to be what you ate in the morning? No, seriously. What was so private about your parfait that you didn't want no one else in the world to know? Because there's no way. You don't sit here and just be like, all right, I'm going to do this just to see what happens. You created a private story just to let me know that you put raspberries instead of strawberries in your parfait. We got something else we got to work on at this point. And that's all it is to it. Now, for those people that really do put up some juicy details in their, private story, again, I'm here for you. You got a real one in me. Now, my private story, I only got a select few in it as well. And it's usually things that are either political. Yeah, I think I just put political stuff, if anything, in there. I don't really put anything else. And that's because you never know what's going on in today's society. So you don't really want to show people what your political views are. But I digress. The other thing is, if you got a private story and I see that you've been real messy online, I know that last tweet, that last post caption, you was being messy. But then you go in your private story and says, God got me. Yeah. Private story just means public embarrassment loading at this point. Because God got me after being a messy online is like emotional money laundering. Why are you doing that? Who do you think you are? It's insane to me. You just been subbing, your ex or talking about someone for the past 3 days. And now you're fighting in the comments for your life. Then here comes the hashtag blessed post with the sunrise and gospel music. What are you doing? And then you have the audacity to put that in your close friends. No, you need to put that in your public friends because God need to see this. I'm going to tell you right now, actually, God don't want to see it. God don't want to be tagged in that nonsense. It's funny though, because again, I appreciate it. I just feel like we're on a different level when you end up doing something like that for me. And by that, I mean all right, guys. So my next hot take is this. If I spend cash, did I really spend money? Some of y'all feel like cash nowadays is like monopoly money in the hood. And then all of a sudden you wonder why your bank account is crying like the Drake's interlude. Just because you ain't double tap the side of your phone to pay with Apple Pay doesn't mean that doesn't come out your phone. Come out your bank account, sweetheart. Brother. Because when you reach in that pocket and then you realize there's something missing, that double tap on that phone ain't going to change. Now, I think this is cap. Personally, I feel like everybody will feel when money is missing. I personally like to carry cash. At least I don't carry it anymore, but I have cash, right? And if I feel like I don't at times, I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I don't even look at my bank account. I just look at how much cash I got laying around. Just to make sure, like, okay, I'm okay, you know? And I don't know if this is just like a old soul thing where cash feels a lot better than having that Apple Pay. Again, Apple Pay is amazing. Don't get it twisted. I love Apple Pay. For the fact that you can go and double tap your side of your phone twice and it makes all your worries disappear, you got me on your side, Apple. But is Apple Pay really real money? I feel like people feel like it's not. That's why they just keep clicking the button like they're not spending money. But, you know, we move forward. We find out, because when I click that Apple Pay button and I pay for something, I pay for it and I'd be like, this is a Monday me problem if anything were to come up. Because during the weekend, when you spend money, it's like you're not even really spending money. You don't even think about the money on the weekend. At least you try not to. Because, you know, you might go out. I mean, I don't really go out to, like, you know, bars or clubs or anything. But, like, you might go out and something like that. You might buy a drink. The first drink might taste a little good. You might be feeling yourself. You might be out with someone. You buy them another drink. That's 2 drinks right there. You feeling yourself. You're like, damn. My drink was filled with all ice. I need to move it and get another one. Because, you know, you feeling yourself now. You in the environment, you cooling, you enjoying yourself. Then the person you're with might want another one. Next thing you know, your night out in DC was a monthly car payment. And you trying to wonder what the fuck happened. Your goofy ass clicked that Apple Pay button. That's what happened. See, if you had some cash, you would have had a limit. Bum. I'm joking, guys. I just want to say I'm joking. I'm fucking with y'all. Everybody can do whatever they want. But I'm just telling you, them 1, 2, 3 drinks, you don't really think about it until Monday hit. And then you look at your bank account. Because, you know, Sunday, you're also going to brunch. Friday night, you going out. You get home. You recover. Saturday night, you go back out. Sunday morning, it's like your recovery to what you paid or what you did is with Sunday brunch. And in Sunday brunch, having you looking goofy as hell. Remember the overdraft fees? Y'all need to step into that. Because that's insane to me. When we look at these different scenarios, right? And we tell ourselves, damn, what was I supposed to do if not this, right? Like Monday came around, you're like, damn, I did just spend $320 on drinks. And that's on the low side. Because each one of them drinks, at least from what I know, is at least 20 to 30 bucks. And then God forbid you go to an event, they hike you so bad, you don't even know what happened. Don't make fun of my Haggard drink. I love this, y'all. My parents came back from Iran and they brought me silver. They brought me goods. They brought me clothes. This clay pot is what I love the most. I don't know if y'all know this, but drinking out of a clay pot just hit different. And it's from my soil, from my homeland. So unless it's from China, I don't know. They could have lied to me. But it feels like it's from my homeland. But yeah, guys, hot takes. You know, I asked a few people what they thought about certain things. And I got two. If she got a bonnet on in public, she's not interested in nobody's opinion. I think that's fact. And I think she's a keeper, personally. Because if she come out the house and she got a bonnet on, she want to be comfortable, quick, and to the point. Right? She don't need, if you find a girl with a bonnet on in Target, wife her. Because, women go to Target now just to go and walk around. I'm just saying. Ladies, if he orders boneless wings on a first date, he's soft. Damn, y'all are ruthless. But I agree. But I don't, actually, because I lied. I personally love food, so I don't give a fuck if it's boneless, bone-in, boneless and bone-in, flats, drums. I'm a drums guy, by the way. I just love food. But I will say, it kind of feels weird when your date sits across the table as a grown-ass adult and orders chicken nuggets. I mean, that's what boneless wings are, right? Chicken nuggets. Ain't nothing else to it. But more power to you. I guess it's just a standard that you guys set for yourself. Will you talk to the person afterwards? Who knows? Because them boneless wings might have been good. Maybe you had a piece yourself. Now it's suddenly okay. But I think we all know what we want someone to order at a table. I think there's like red flags of ordering at a table. If you sit down and the first thing she says is, I want an espresso martini. Sophisticated. Red flag. If you sit down and the first thing he says is, they got a great appetizers menu here. Cheap. Red flag. If you sit down and she orders food, and as soon as she orders the food, she gets up and says, I need to go to the bathroom. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about? Red flag. Ladies, if you sit down, matter of fact, ladies, if he sits down before you, red flag. I'm going to wrap it up right there, guys. That's been episode 6. Thanks for coming along. Again, I'm going to try and do this every week as much as I can. There was a lot of stuff happening in the prior week. My parents were out of the country. So my parents were out of the country. I couldn't really bring myself to really record or do anything. It was the most I've ever watched the news in my life. For those who don't know, I am Iranian. I am a Persian man. My parents were in Iran at the time of all this shenanigans happening. I'm just very glad to say that they made it back. My parents, my brother, and everybody, my family-wise in Iran, remain safe. My thoughts and prayers to those that didn't make it in Iran and in Israel. I know a lot of people there didn't want this war either. Neither here nor there. Y'all know I'm not going to go into it too much. I appreciate y'all. This has been episode 6 with Extra Sauce with Mo. I'm your boy Mo, and it's the podcast where I say everything you've been thinking, but just with a little bit more sauce. See you guys.